The purpose of this resource is to provide guidance for utilizing scaffolds that are embedded in your EL Education District curriculum. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students toward greater independence and understanding during the learning process. It's a temporary support that acknowledges what students already know, the barriers they will face in achieving new learning goals, and the instructional support that will benefit them in negotiating those barriers. Throughout this learning opportunity, we'll focus on examples of scaffolds that already exist within EL education lessons using Lesson 6 from Grade 5, Module 2, Unit 2. An EL Education Scaffold Overview document for elementary ELA grades 2 through 5 can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. Please refer to this document for additional supports as you plan. The lesson components listed on the slide are where you can locate embedded scaffolds within lessons and will be highlighted throughout this presentation. In this lesson, students analyze concrete words and phrases and sensory details in the excerpt of The Most Beautiful Roof in the World they read closely in Lesson 5. Students also begin to consider a focus statement for the essay that they will begin to write in Lesson 7 to answer the question, what does the author's use of concrete language and sensory detail help you understand about the rainforest? This lesson supports ELLs and other students needing support with opportunities to review an excerpt of The Most Beautiful Roof in the World. This will help them prepare to discuss what concrete language and sensory details help them understand about the rainforest. Students may find discussing the concrete and sensory language strips challenging because they will first need to understand the meaning of each strip. Consider discussing, acting out, sketching, and paraphrasing the meaning of some or all of the strips so students can fully participate. Depending on the needs of your class, for Work Time B, consider altering the activity so that one student wears a quote and another wears the matching description. The universal design for learning is a way of thinking about teaching and learning that helps give all students an equal opportunity to succeed. In this lesson, students now need to apply it by analyzing how authors use concrete words and phrases and sensory details in the text. It's important to take time to connect student learning to the previous lessons so they can activate prior knowledge. Allow for multiple meanings of action and expression. During the mystery quote activity, some may find it easier to match the description of the quote rather than verbally expressing the description. You may consider modifying the note catcher so that it has lines in the blank boxes to support fine motor skills. You may make additional changes to the note catcher based on student needs. Not all students may want to use the modified version of the note catcher as described. Consider offering multiple versions of it that students can choose from. This helps them to develop self-monitoring skills so they can select tools that are appropriate to support their learning. The vocabulary in this lesson is mainly vocabulary that students understand what is meant by concrete words and phrases and sensory details, and what a focus statement is. Consider displaying visuals to use as examples of sensory details and of concrete words and phrases. For opening B, there are several ways you can scaffold the mystery quotes activity for students. Make sure to model how to give hints to the mystery quotes without giving them away. Certain students can first listen to descriptions of the quote on their back without having to describe quotes on others' backs. You provide sentence frames to bolster participation. For example, your mystery quote is about, it talks about. When explaining the concrete and sensory details in the note catcher, ELLs and students who may need additional support with writing would benefit from quick sketches within the note catcher as placeholders for information. Model this to them first, saying, you can sketch first so that you don't forget the information you want to add. Then you may go back later and write. Remember, scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students toward greater independence and understanding during the learning process. Refer to the EL Education Scaffold Overview for grades 2 through 5 for additional resources that may provide further support when planning for and implementing instruction. As a reminder, additional resources and professional learning videos can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. If you need more assistance with differentiating scaffolding lessons, you may wish to reach out to the experts in your building, the ESL teacher, the special education specialist, the intervention team facilitator, or contact central office coordinating teachers assigned to your school for support.